righteous clouds are coming that'll send those creatures running. It's the team that I call codename S.T.E.A.M. Soaring the skies, they've got their sights on the monster menace. No, don't scream, just call for codename S.T.E.A.M. Oh, when things look rough, you'll find they're always up to snuff. Codename S.T.E.A.M, a strike team handpicked by President Lincoln himself to defend America. No, the world from the terrible alien threat. Armed with the latest in STEAM technology, they're all that stands between us and total annihilation.
I really import the medals you earned in the demo version. I shouldn't have a demo version, but oh, whatever, bonus. Are you doing okay, game? I think it was having an aneurysm for a minute. No, I don't want Street Pass. No, thank you. There are 3 maps in this mission. Fight your way through the grounds and into the palace to rescue the queen. I have no amiibo. Why are you asking me for amiibo? So, if anyone hasn't noticed yet, these characters are based off literary or folklore. Henry Fleming is based off of something I really don't remember. John Henry is based off of folklore of a man trying to show that even though industrialization was like steam-powered drills and whatever, a man can still like outlast and beat that machinery. In this version, though, he kind of lost half of his body and it had to be replaced with machines, and he has certain feelings on that matter which are not adequately explored in this particular version. I heard that somebody said it'd be better if I had the second screen down here, since this one is where all the action happens. So I'll try that for a little bit. Yeah, I think. Of course, now I can't read it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go back to the default. I can't read it otherwise. Default. Can I switch out their sub-weapons at all? Doesn't quite seem like it. Maybe I can add a later point, since I still don't have access to specials yet either.
Landing party, prepare to debark. All hands brace for impact.
Brace for impact?
Good You worry too much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
Manly men getting shot out of a cannon.
Begin mission.
Queen Victoria is somewhere inside Buckingham Palace. Getting in will be your first objective.
Okay, now that John has a sub-weapon that doesn't cost 4 steam, he can actually move around
Let's
some.
do it.
And we can actually do some healing now, so we can take more hits.
Found myself a critter.
If you want to be able to make Overwatch attacks, be sure to switch over to a weapon labeled with this.
I see one.
That's way out of
I
range.
see one.
These guys with the big glowy parts on them,
Is a whole lot of ugly.
they do,
Heard me clanking around.
they explode. They require very little damage to destroy,
Bullseye. Must have heard me clanking around.
but yeah, they also explode.
Spotted one. Enemy sighted.
Let's see, can I hit it from... Can I hit it from here? I don't think so, but I'm gonna try just because I have a steam refill. That was way out of range. Unconscious agents won't recover until you complete the map. Are any of your agents carrying a healing weapon? Thank you, game. I understand everything.
I've been spotted. Enemy neutralized.
Now we wait on
Don't
Overwatch.
think I don't see you. Enemy's turn. There's one. Target eliminated.
Gonna have to be real careful. It'd be best to take down these guys with explosives because they don't have any health.
Player's turn.
This is Lion. I'm trapped in the palace, and these beasts are everywhere. I need steam support.
Is that a code name? How come I didn't get a code name? Hang on, pal. We're on our way.
I'll be here.
I really love Lion.
Now that is a whole lot of ugly.
I'm sure y'all will enjoy Lion quite a bit as well. Can't go any further. And still attack, so we'll have John stick on Overwatch for right here in case something comes
Leave it
by.
to me. Hostile here.
See if I can't get an angle on here. Yep, I got the shot. And still got enough for an Overwatch.
Enemy's turn. I've been spotted. Enemy neutralized. Found myself a critter. Now that is a whole lot of ugly. Player's turn. Whoa, look at that one.
Oh, I see, John. I see, don't you worry.
That is a whole lot of ugly.
Let's see, what kind of explosive game do I got going on here? Can I get all of them?
Leave it to me.
Designer Morris decries machine-made furniture, sends his craftsman militia to form new Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire, get it? Get it? I'll get it.
Target down.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them all. Where is that? I know there's one over there. I don't see his health bar though. Yeah, like that.
Bullseye. Enemy's turn. Whoa, look at that one. Hostile here. Ugh.
I guess I got their attention. You do not want those guys getting near you. That was a whole lot of damage. Hello, Ness. How are you doing?
Player's turn.
Nice of you to stop by.
Time to show my steel. Found myself a critter.
Alright. That slasher, I'm probably not going to be able to kill this guy, though. Let's see. I can get both of them in the explosion. But I won't be able to use an Overwatch then. But if I move back some...
You had that coming.
And then I switch to the S.T.E.A.M rifle. Yeah, y'all can already tell, like, compared to yesterday, when everything was going just so slowly. This is a lot faster.
Enemy's turn.
I've been spotted. You had that coming.
Simply giving John the ability to use something that isn't an explosive and also be defensive, a lot stronger.
Player's turn.
Alright, looks like there's something on the other side of this wall. Yep. Thrasher.
Target eliminated.
Another crasher over there, so I'm gonna... I'll make sure that it can't get close to me.
Here
But
we go again.
if it does, though, Henry's got the med carbine. He can recover.
Alien sighted.
and Henry can serve as backup.
Enemy's turn.
Hostile here. You had that coming.
Well, if you lose this game, Ness, it is $3 whole on eBay. It is probably the least expensive Nintendo game out there. Corner pocket, let's go. Corner pocket. I don't know if, I don't think I hit anything. Yeah, 3 big ones. 3 big ones. Cool fountain. And it's got giant gears. Unfortunately, these are not giant industrial fans. My friend Lyra would love this game if there were more giant industrial fans. Let's see, what's... John's got Overwatch. I'll have Henry facing this way.
Enemy's turn.
Yeah, I definitely say it's worth it. Especially the DS version, which has the fast forward. The new Nintendo 3DS can go 3 times as fast, and it makes, like, enemy turns significantly less burdensome.
Player's turn.
Let's do this.
I'm still missing a couple gears, so I need to look around. Those are some explosive barrels. I can get over there by blowing that up. Let's see what's over here. There's also a gate. Doesn't look destructible. But you know it is destructible? This guy.
Bullseye.
Okay, John should probably be okay in that direction. Let's send Henry over to this one.
Spotted one.
Of course, I flipped him up. Henry doesn't have explosive rounds, so he can't open up that box. All right, guys, we're switching sides.
Enemy's turn.
Hostile here. I've been spotted.
Player's turn.
They know I'm here. They're onto me.
What's a civilian doing here? Help him out and see him to safety.
Who's this guy? I completely forgot who the heck this is.
I've been spotted. I've been spotted. Time to show my steel.
Hey, John, blow some stuff up for me.
Oh, yeah. Spotted one. This is Henry. I've got a contact.
That's advancing a little too far. That should be okay, though.
Enemy's turn.
I blew up the slasher as well.
Player's turn.
Time to show my steel. This is Henry. I've got a contact.
Automatic street lamps, a Union nightmare? Sacked lamplighters illuminate us with their tales of woe. Let's shoot this.
Enemy neutralized.
We got a clean shot for whenever those guys start to head this way.
Enemy's turn. Player's turn.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Ready.
Here's the other gear. That's what I want. There's also additional, like, hard modes that you can use to augment the difficulty of this game. One of them is to make it so that when you move forward, you lose steam, so you can't do, like, this running around in a circle thing. But I don't think that you can stack them up, because the hardest one just, like, increases the enemy's attack and defense. Isn't super hard, to be honest. See if I can't hit that glowy spot. Nailed it.
They're on to me.
And they help increase the replay value. I kind of wish that you could stack them, though. That'd be slightly more interesting. John, buddy, can you not destroy this with your mighty body? I guess not. See if I can't bust it open without actually hitting myself.
Let's do it.
This sign say. Newsflash! Researchers note unexplained correlation between rise in coal usage and sun decline in wild canary population. Yeah, man. Smog, destroys things.
Player's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here, grab this
Leave it
box,
to me.
and then I'll end my turn.
Player's turn.
Time to show my steel.
And it's 100 metals. What am I gonna do? Not grab it?
Oh, thank goodness. Someone's come to rescue me.
I'm surprised they just.
You're American? What are you doing here?
I'm surprised the enemies just let him stand there.
Is that you?
He's a friend of yours?
That's right. He works for us.
I was on my way to Buckingham Palace. The palace is under attack right now. Head back down the road. Liberty will pick you up. Yes, of course. At once. And, thank you.
A new agent will join in the next map. I still can't change my... Still can't change my sub-weapons. Oh yeah, here we go. We got Lion.
Took your sweet time.
It was an actual lion.
Is that an alien?
Perhaps I should have warned you. S.T.E.A.M maintains a diverse roster. Lion here is one of our top agents. He's strong, sturdy, and reliable. Don't be put off by his unusual appearance. He's a valuable ally.
Unusual ain't even the start of it. Don't let him get to you. I'm Henry. This here's John. It's a pleasure.
Henry Fleming? No introduction needed. I've read of your exploits. Good to have you aboard, my boy.
This is Buckingham Palace, which,
Player's turn.
The Queen must be further on. Try to find a way upstairs.
Lion's lion launcher enables him to leap across the battlefield while also stomping on any enemies he lands on. So Lion's really cool. He can reach locations that his weapon is simultaneously a movement option as well as an attack.
The enemy is near.
So, like, for example, this gear you wouldn't normally be able to get because it's in the middle of this block. But Lion can jump and jump onto it.
Oh, I see one.
Very cool.
Time to show my steel.
Let's see, is there anything behind me? Nope, no hidden treasures behind me. Okay, so I can check that from this angle. Let's knock this guy further in.
I never was any good at hiding.
Okay, that's not further in. If one of those chandeliers fell down, it would probably do a lot of damage to anything below it. Okay, I'm gonna have to shoot that.
Don't think I don't see you.
These prowler guys are pretty dangerous. Their weak spot is their forehead,
Won't give us any more trouble.
and they have a lot of HP. Let's try to knock this guy into the center of the chandelier. Gotta get the angle right, though.
I see one.
Let's see if that works. Alright, that should be a good angle.
There's one.
Ready.
They're on to me.
Very nice.
I see you.
So I guess I haven't really explained it yet. The cowardly this guy is in fact the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. And I guess it would be a spoiler to say this, but all the Oz characters are in this game. So Dorothy is in this, the Tin Woodsman, and the Scarecrow are all in this game. And they're some of my favorite characters because they seem very top-down designed. Like um, Lion's got his courage, so he just leaps directly in front of the enemy and like charges into him. The Scarecrow has he has pumpkin bombs, which he can use to strategically explode and stun the enemy. Dorothy has her shotgun, but she also has her silver shoes, which allows her to just run in a straight line until she actually hits something. And the Tin Woodsman gives his steam to other characters so that they can have additional actions. It's really cool. What's the Lion got? He's got his steam crossbow, which can do a whole lot. It doesn't do as much damage if it hits normally, but if it hits a weak point, that's a different story. If it hits a weak point, it does 4 times as much damage instead of double. Like that. Some aliens are armed with grenade-like weapons that are spread out. Steam crossbow also takes very little steam as well, so it's a pretty good weapon.
A masterful shot.
And because it's only one shot, you don't have to worry as much about the knockback from the big hits. That's right, this is my spot, buddy. This is my spot. What are you doing in my spot?
No, I'm here, do you?
You're getting crushed, is what's happening. You're getting crushed in my spot.
Enemy's turn.
I'm thinking Wizard of Oz movie, how Dorothy handles Wicked Witch. Dorothy has her shotgun. That does sound like it'd be a pretty exciting movie.
There's one.
Another thing that I really love about this game is that
Player's turn.
not only is there like a diverse amount of characters and everything, there's also a very wide range of ethnicities, sort of playing into that America's country of many nationalities. Like you have John, who is a black man. You got Henry Fleming, the average adult male white man. What else we got? We got Midwesterners through Dorothy and what's his name? What's his name? Not Huckleberry. Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. That's it. Tom Sawyer's in here. You have the Tin Woodsman is actually a Japanese man. He's a Japanese immigrant to both America and Oz. You have Queequeg, who is a Pacific Islander. You have Fox, who is the daughter of Zorro,
Pondering our next move.
and she is Hispanic. You have... I forget her name, but she is the queen of the island of California. And she is also black. So there's just like a very
Do it.
wide range of nationalities, and I really like that about this game. It all feels very intentional,
Alien sighted.
and it's nice. I like it. I like it. If I recall correctly, Lion does best over there because there's a gap he can cross. But he also needs to get this gear for me, because he's the only one who can. Let's see, can I get that without losing steam? Yes, no? Where's the start tile? There's the start tile. Let's see if I can get this without losing any steam. There we go. Just had to finagle it.
I see you.
And then... yeah, y'all can see this is starting to... the weak point is... the head is the weak point here. By the way, have you tried the steam crossbow against weak points?
They're on to me.
Yeah, as y'all can tell, with like the additional movement options now the game's starting to pop off.
No, I'm here, do you?
Hey, buddy.
I see you. Enemy's turn. Player's turn.
Grab this. Grab this. Big Ben's new human elevation adjustment apparatus to make maintenance faster and easier. Also, or as they say in the great nation of Britannia, the lift. Special report. Babbage's difference. Babbage's difference engine calculates the meaning of life. The answer may surprise you. All right, Babbage. Whatever you say, Babbage.
Time to show my steel.
That is the wrong way, John. We are going places. We're not going back.
Enemy's turn.
Oh. I didn't move Lion at all. The game is trying to tell me that. And I was just like, nope, I don't care, I'm done. We're moving on.
Player's turn. Where's my prey?
Alright, Lion, we need you to start to get over here. Yeah, see, it would take Lion's entire movement option to get over there. But with his launcher, it only costs 4. Best weapon. Best weapon.
Ready. Alien sighted. I've been spotted.
I think the move's gonna be to push that gold box for Henry to get in,
Enemy sighted.
along with Jean.
I never was. I've been spotted.
And so we can use that for cover, then Lion will flank him on the left side. Or maybe they'll just come over here.
The hunt is on.
Time to show my steel.
Okay, that guy is...
Must have heard me clanking around. There's so much for stealth.
That guy was turning red. Which is the bad color.
They know I'm here. Enemy neutralized.
Oh hey, I was able to hit the hound. Yeah, I probably should have overwatched that.
Enemy's turn.
That wasn't so bad. That all you got?
It's alright, he'll buff that out.
I see the enemy. Player's turn.
Leave it to me. Nice and easy.
The hunt is on.
Yeah, you need lion for like each of these gears. They're very much they're very much a tutorial. Switch weapons. What?
Enemy's turn. Ha! Is that your best?
Must have heard me clanking around.
Player's turn. Where's my prey?
Won't give us any more trouble.
Not gonna need this cover anymore. But I will need the money.
I see you.
You trying to hide your forehead? It's okay. Let me part your bangs for you.
Ready. They're onto me. They know I'm here. Nice and easy.
Alright, next turn, Lion gets the coin, hopefully. The gear. And then we can end the map.
Player's turn. Where's my prey?
That should be the last one? Yes, yes it is.
Ready.
Anything else? Grab this real quick. Not gonna spend a turn on that. We got places to be.
The queen is deeper inside the palace. You'd better hurry.
I forget what Courageous does.
Don't be alarmed, Your Majesty. My friends and I are here to help.
Hello, Queen Victoria.
Thank you all. We thought we were certain to rejoin our dearest Albert.
The Queen's safety is your priority. Escort her out of the palace.
Everybody's favorite type of gameplay, the escort mission.
The aliens are closing in, so you'll need to improvise an escape route. I recommend the window.
Player's turn.
Lead on, and we shall follow.
Get the Queen to the defenestration point. Her safety is paramount, so avoid needless risk.
Alright. I forget how far she can follow per turn. We got some nice, chill music going on. Queen Victoria will move toward the indicated agent. Don't lead her to trouble. You got it. You got it, machine. Alright, I'm not entirely sure what's in this room. Guy trying to sneak attack me. Gotta be careful with these corners.
Time to show my steel.
Okay, we got this hound in the first room.
Must have heard me clanking around. Ready.
Okay, we'll have Henry guard this post since he has a good overwatch. And Queen Victoria will move
Hostile here.
towards Leon, or not Leon, Lion. We can also give him a little bit of Overwatch too. The Steam crossbow isn't very good at Overwatch, but it can be used for Overwatch.
I never was any good at it. Gotta try harder than that. I've been spotted. This is Henry. I've got a contact.
But I did get the stun off.
I see you.
Hostile here.
You know, I kind of wish not Jean, I keep saying John. He is not French. Nor is he a Ruby character. John was over here so he could just blow everyone up.
Player's turn.
Okay, we gotta snipe some of these, Okay, not what I wanted.
I'm good to go.
Hey, buddy.
Must have heard me clanking around. Ready.
Alright.
Target down.
accuracy. What are you gonna do? Alright, Lion, leap into the fray.
I've been found out.
Lion's got a big, bulky HP pool, so... We're just gonna let him take these hits. No, not return to any of these things.
Enemy's turn. I've been spotted. Barely even a scratch. A laughable attack. Alien. Enough of that.
Alright, we're all good. We're all good.
That hurts. That all you got?
There's a lot of enemies on this map.
Player's turn. There's one.
Okay, those guys can't get in here. My phone is ringing. Hold on. Alright, just give me a sec, and then after that,
I'm tired of waiting.
and then I will,
know I'm here, do you?
even more enemies over there.
Leave it to me. Hostile here. Took you down. They know I'm here.
Yeah, I don't think that guy can do Overwatch. Yeah, it looks like he's spent. Stay with the team. Enemy reinforcements can appear anywhere. Thank you, game.
I'm here, do you? Know I'm here, do you?
Got a big glow spot right there.
I'm unstoppable!
Alright, I will be right back. Just gonna make my grandma some breakfast. That will probably take a couple minutes. So stick around if you can. But I'll understand if you can't, but I'm not leaving, you know. Alrighty, I'm back. My grandma has a rather hearty breakfast to her. You got her hot chocolate, her waffle, her egg, and a freshly peeled tomato.
Enemy's turn. I never was any good at hiding.
Yeah, I guess they can get in here. And naturally, moving about my house, my dog has now desired my attention.
That wasn't so bad. Player's turn.
Beware. Looks like the enemy has picked up reinforcements.
I clicked on OBS.
Found myself a critter.
And they're just right with
Found
John.
myself a critter.
We got... Alright,
Found myself a critter.
this is kind of what I'm talking about with the really dumb enemy reinforcements. How many things have I killed so far? And I still need to find the gears on this map. I don't think there's any over here.
Must have heard me clanking around.
Ah, man, that's expensive.
Ooh, look at that one. Leave it to me.
I'm sure Queen Victoria will be fine. Get everybody in here first. Also, I want that gear.
I'm good to go. That hit the spot.
I'm sure she'll be fine. If she's not, then we're just gonna have to redo the map.
Ready to pounce. They're on to me. Enemy's turn.
Must have heard me clanking around.
We are... most uncomfortable.
Alien!
Most uncomfortable.
She might be dying.
I see you!
Found myself a critter.
Just 5 enemies. Good God, game. Come on. Give me a break.
Eyes on one.
Player's turn. Where is the challenge?
Alright, hold on 1 second. I'll let the dog out.
Where is your courage?
the Queen wanted to be protected, she should have learned how to fight as the royals of old. But she is just a simple empire lady.
I'm good to go.
And I'm gonna blow these guys up.
Let's do it. Target eliminated.
I've been found out! That's the end of you!
Alright, I think we're doing okay.
Enemy's turn.
The Queen definitely has a boo-boo.
Enemy. I never was any good at hiding.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Keeters. I thought you were Ness from PG, or not PGX, from the Yu-Gi organization. Great, and we gotta deal with even more of these guys. Still OBS. Still OBS me. Still OBS.
The enemy is near!
I'm good to go.
Alright, we're gonna have Henry buff up Queen Victoria a little bit so she stops having some boo-boos. Alright, now she's fine. We'll have him and Henry block the way here. And Lion needs to start escorting Victoria out of this area.
Enemy's turn. They know I'm here.
How rude! We are wounded! How rude!
Where's that guy even shooting from?
This is Henry.
Well, it's a good thing I healed her.
Player's turn.
Where HP at now? Not super.
Alien sighted.
Okay, that guy. I still need those other gears. Where are they?
The enemy is near.
Okay, there's one guy there, one guy there.
I see the enemy.
Let's see if I can't take this guy down. It's at a bit of a range, though. And John will just stay on Overwatch there.
Enemy's turn.
That'll leave a mark. Took a little meat with it.
Player's turn.
And more reinforcements.
The hunt is on.
Really wish. Probably should have went over here to begin with.
Can't move. I'm out of steam.
John's got some boo-boos. We need to heal him up.
Thanks for the help. That hit the spot.
I see you. I see the enemy. I've been found out.
Dang it. Alright, well, Lion's useless now.
Enemy's turn.
It's okay, Keeters. Not even getting my Overwatches off.
Now that is a whole lot of ugly.
Player's turn.
Let's do it.
This is Henry. I've got a contact.
Alright, that's gear number 2. Where's gear number 1?
I have my courage. I see you.
I'm gonna go ahead and use those save things. Just so,
That's the end of you.
so I can get out of this level.
Target eliminated. I never was any good at hiding.
Okay, no, we don't want to go that way. Let's take some cover. Yeah, I don't want to use 300 medals, but I would like to, I would actually like to clear the stage now, please. Thank you.
They're
I see what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to shoot the chandelier, I guess. And, get them all.
Gotcha.
Alright, now I want that gear. Please and thank you. I go too far. Does she know what she's doing? Yeah, she needs line of sight. I don't think Lion will destroy the box, fortunately. But I know somebody who can. There we go. All right, Victoria, get your ass over here.
Player's turn.
Even more reinforcements. Alright, Victoria should have a clean shot for the goal now.
Time to show my steel. Leave it to me. Now that is a whole lot of ugly.
Yeah, on second thought, let's just keep as we was doing.
Enemy's turn. This is heavy.
Don't think I don't see you.
Alright, we got her out.
Wonderful work. The Liberty is waiting for you.
And we got every gear, which is what we definitely wanted.
Mission complete. Victory.
Mine layer. I love mines. Wasn't able to get the turns on the first one. Was on the other one. And rocket pack. Rocket pack kind of helps with your mobility options. So you can be like Lion and go up really high.
Really? More running?
What's the matter? Getting rusty?
Watch it, hairball.
Sorry for all the bother.
All in a day's work, ma'am. Now hold on tight. This could get rough.
To be continued, maybe.
With the Queen aboard, we'll be leaving Britain.
We're near Steamgate Bridge. Were there any survivors?
Yes, we've had confirmation on the wireless.
Sir, I hate asking, but we can't stop and help the folks down there?
I'm sorry, but the Queen's safety is paramount. Helmsman, report!
Incoming artillery fire!
Where's it coming from?
One of the buildings below. Can't quite tell which.
Damnation.
Mr. President, we could get down there and stop them. Just say the word.
I can't put you in the fire yet.
With respect, sir, I'd say we're already feeling the heat. We won't last much longer.
The gear is ready and the boilers are steaming.
Don't worry, sir. We're just stepping out for a minute.
Very well. Full steam ahead!
Sir, yes, sir.
A land ship is taking artillery fire from some kind of ground-based enemy unit. Your mission is to neutralize the attack by any means necessary. Take care. Remember, the enemy has eyes everywhere. Welcome back. Listen, would you check in on that civilian you rescued, Milton? He seems to have taken residency in our storage room. Calls it his library. Also, let me congratulate you on rescuing the Queen. The President was impressed. He ordered special training for all of you, meaning you'll be trained to use specials. You can now use specials. Tap the star to set an enemy's tap the star to set an agent's weapon to special. And pull to use that special once per map. Each of you will learn a powerful maneuver that will have a big impact on battle. Every agent's special is different. I look forward to seeing all of yours. Alas, I didn't get a chance to introduce myself and thank you properly for my rescue. I am John Milton Hay, a humble public servant, but you may call me Milton. Presently, I serve as Mr. Lincoln's personal secretary, but I have worn many hats. I was with him that fateful day in the theater, and knew the certain exaggerations. I have also helped him to create the secret branch of the military, and just in time. I am honored to be included in S.T.E.A.M's noble mission. Tragically, my talents are not those of a warrior, so I will not aid you there. My battlefield is the library. My soldiers, books. I will be your archivist and chronicler. Even this, perhaps the weakest member of the invading forces, inspires terror as it charges in, swinging its horrible axe-like tail. Shudder just looking at its image. This unnerving creature acts something like a common dog, except for those moments when it fires icy projectiles from its serpentine tail. These aliens seem to be a variant of the slasher species. They seek to close in swiftly and attack. They will explode on contact, so it is essential to destroy them before they approach. This amphibious creature is one of the few invaders to use tools. Is it more intelligent than its fellows? Or does it simply have fewer natural weapons to rely on? We have confirmed that some exceptional individuals act as commanders to their followers. So if you haven't noticed, these are all based off Lovecraftian mythos. The Prowlers in particular are the Dwellers of Innsmouth. S.T.E.A.M's flagship offers an impressive demonstration of the benefits of modern technology. Despite its colossal size, it requires only a skeleton crew, thanks to its extensive steam-powered automation. President Lincoln's strike team eliminating the alien menace uses the most advanced research and technology to protect humanity from threats beyond the power of conventional forces. Creatures from some distant place, either another planet or another dimension, that have invaded Earth. Upon death, their icy cores become unstable, freezing their bodies and shattering. Refer to aliens for listings of individual species. A deceptively simple machine that uses the force of evaporating water to power all manner of contraptions. It is perhaps the definitive innovation of the age. This small communication device uses a new technology based on radio waves to carry sound invisibly through the air to far-off transceivers. Truly a miracle of the modern age. Dr. Samuel Morse's latest invention projects images and sounds to similar devices, regardless of the intervening distance. Still too expensive for private use. Governments have found it extremely valuable. Henry Fleming is a career soldier and hero of the Civil War. His valor serving as a member of the Union's 304th Regiment earned him a promotion to the head of security in the U.S. Embassy in London. Henry is surprisingly serious for one so young. What happened to him during the war that matured him so? John sometimes gives him a hard time about it, but Henry just laughs alongside with him. John Henry was a steel driver for the railroads and a hero of the working man. After a contest with a steam-powered hammer left him nearly dead, half his body was replaced with the machinery he fought against. He served with distinction in the Union Army, and now works at the U.S. Embassy. I imagine John's current condition must weigh heavily upon him. After all, this was nothing less than a contest of man's strength against machine. But if it does, he doesn't let it show. His mechanical limbs may be powerful assets, but his humanity and compassion remain his greatest strengths. Nobody knows where Lion was born, excepting Lion, of course. Though he can be a bit on the reckless side, he is a resilient fighter with an abundance of courage. When I first saw him, I thought Lion was simply a man in a costume. But he is a real, quite ferocious when he wants to be, carnivore. I have not yet divined how it is that he can speak or use tools, for that matter. I would appreciate it greatly if he would stop clawing at my chairs. Abraham Lincoln, former farmer turned 16th President of the United States, has a list of accomplishments too long to mention here, not the least of which includes creating and leading S.T.E.A.M, a special unit designed and trained to deal with exotic threats. The President and I have been friends for many years, and I feel I am one of the very few who know the true breadth of his accomplishments. Perhaps I read a biography about him somewhere. If you haven't guessed, Milton is in fact Lincoln's biographer. Queen of Great Britain since the age of 18. Due to her iconic status not just to her kingdom but to all of Europe, the President considers her crucial to global reconstruction once the alien invaders are repelled. A towering figure whose shadow will loom large over this portion of history. I wish we'd met in better circumstances. Oh well. I am young yet, and our paths may cross again. As private secretary to the President, my task is primarily one of archiving and retrieving whatever information he may require. I will continue serving the public for as long as I am able. I would never admit this to a soul, but I do not care for the way President Lincoln calls me Milton. My given name is John Milton Hay, but he says there are too many Johns in his life. Botheration. Communications Officer for the Liberty. Our duties include relaying critical information gathered aboard the ship to squads in the field. Catherine is extraordinarily capable. When the President is aboard the ship, she is essentially his right hand. What a pity that history rarely remembers such people. Pilot of the Lady Liberty. His expertise is not limited to airships. They can handle just about anything that moves, whether through the air, over the sea, or across the land. His best asset, however, is his mind, which has guided S.T.E.A.M through many life-or-death situations. Once, while we were gathering fresh air on the observation deck, he offered me a slice of apple, carved with a most disconcerting knife he kept secreted on his person. He was quite deft with the blade, but when I asked where he had acquired it, his eyes became sharper than the blade he held. I'm not sure which character the helmsman is supposed to be based off of. I know Catherine, I believe, is supposed to be the Statue of Liberty, alongside the airship itself, which is, you know, Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty. But I believe Catherine is also supposed to be the Statue of Liberty. But there are two maps in this mission. This is a factory district with high, multi-level buildings that are useful for offense and defense. Your target is the enemy's gunner unit, with its long-range attacks. Okay, no, not Street Pass. Did I miss anything with the briefing room? Thanks to you all, Queen Victoria is safe on and on home. Henry, your leadership was exemplary. You'll be our field commander from now on. I believe our next move must be to take the Queen to safety in America. Naturally, Queen Victoria is hesitant to leave her country in such need. I am working to convince her that she will be vital to the effort to rebuild Britain, and therefore her life cannot be risked in an active war zone. We must ensure no harm befalls her for the future of Europe. I will continue to convince Her Majesty to come with us to the States. You must protect the ship by destroying the enemy artillery. You are both our shield and our sword, agents. I know you will not fail. I cannot be consistent with I cannot be consistent with Lincoln's accent. I'm trying, but I'm not getting there. How do I change your sub-weapon? Okay, there we go. So this increases the offense and defense, but it also lowers the recharge rate. Doesn't make it as good, but the additional mobility and offense and defense makes it good for Henry, who has a multi-shot. I can't change anything here just yet. The banana pult, I believe, is a joke weapon. The shuriken shot's pretty powerful, but it's a little bit shorter range. Shotgun's awesome, though. So is the mine layer. This is also a bit of a joke weapon. It's mainly used to knock enemies away. It doesn't, I believe, yeah, it has 1 power. Okay, for this one, we're gonna mainly keep everyone's weapon as is. I'm gonna give Henry the rocket backpack just for funsies. And we're gonna keep Lion with the S.T.E.A.M crossbow because his primary weapon's very expensive. So he needs something that is significantly less expensive.
We can't take much more of this.
Big, disgusting, ugly thing. And I'm pretty sure it also, it can also shoot me, which is very, very powerful.
Begin mission.
Neutralize the alien artillery before it destroys the Liberty.
It's beautiful. That's what you think, Keeters? It's beautiful. We, I need to talk about your aesthetics.
What's that?
It appears to be an eye. I get the feeling it might be spotting for the alien artillery. Best to stay out of its sight if you don't want to get bombarded.
Yeah, we need to kill that sucker. I think it doesn't take a whole lot of damage though. Okay, to start with, we are in.
Enemy is near.
Right, this is some kind of factory place. Got a way up over there.
I'm good to go.
That's where Henry's at.
To me. They're onto me.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see one. I see you.
Alright, let's... Gotta remember that Lion's got better movement options when he's using his launcher.
Alien.
I guess shooting it doesn't really do anything except move it.
I see the enemy. A masterful shot.
Okay, that is a hound.
I see the enemy. I've been found out. I've been found out.
What's John doing? John was really just in no great position. About we show you what the special's like.
White and boom! Enemy neutralized.
Very patriotic. There's another hound over there.
Enemy's turn.
I've got eyes on one. There's so much for... I see one.
No one.
Ooh, look at that one.
I need to make sure to at least use these save points to save.
Player's turn.
Alright, you big ugly.
Enemy neutralized. I'm good to go. Don't think I don't see you. There's one.
Where's my prey? I've been found out.
Dang it. They're just blocking every single aisle. See if we can't get John to go up there with them.
Enemy's turn.
That hurt. There's so much for stealth.
Be much easier if John was up here with a vantage point.
I see one.
Especially because there's 3 of those guys.
Player's turn.
Let's do this.
Whoop. Yeah, they definitely wanted you to come over here first. Get the drop on this guy before... Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now, if only I had something to aim at. I think everything's too far out of range for me to actually hit it. Little bit off there, Lion.
That's the end of you.
Yeah.
Know I'm here, do you?
You know see me. You know see me.
Enemy's turn.
There's one. I see one.
Enemy sighted.
I see one.
Player's turn.
And now I got something to shoot.
I have my courage and my gun.
The Lion knows what it's all about. You gotta have courage and a gun.
Let's do this.
Philanthropist Ebenezer Scrooge to host his annual Humbug Ball, the gala Christmas event for the poor. Good for him. He learned a valuable lesson already about how people need food and money.
There's one.
Hey, buddies, you all want to explode for me?
You had that coming. Bullseye.
Is the lion destroyable? It is. Did that do anything? Give me a place to jump down over here, maybe. I'm at 1 gear. Not that.
Enemy's turn.
Now, if I had Randolph Carter, what I would do is...
I see you there.
You are a jerk. I don't like you. Can you get up there, Lion? Can you do that for me? Yeah, you can. That dumb eyeball's got no idea where I'm at.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Can I reach that? Nah. Range is too short.
Enemy's turn.
Where'd this guy come
Must have
from?
me clanking around.
Player's turn.
Alright, Lion.
I see you. I see you there.
I would like to pick this stuff up, please. Just spend 10 coins.
Alien.
Now I can... I think I can use Lion to jump onto this box and then jump into the goal, but I need to know where that last gear is. Where's it at? Yeah, I could absolutely just use Lion here to get to the goal. But where's the gear? I don't have it, right? I do not have it.
Let's do this. Now that is a whole lot of ugly.
Okay, there was one down there, there was one in front of here. There might be one in that back alley area over there.
Alien sighted.
That might be it. That place where that hound was blocking. Let's see if I can't get Lion over there. Get out of my neighborhood. I can only jump down from this place. Trying to show off the rocket backpack, but
Enemy's turn. A laughable attack.
these guys got no idea that they have no idea that I'm here.
There's one.
Player's turn.
Unless the spotter comes, of course.
You had that coming. There's one. Leave it to me.
I think Henry can climb up onto these boxes, maybe. We'll have to see.
I see you there. Enemy's turn.
I need them gears.
Don't think I don't see you.
Like Guilty Gear.
Target eliminated. I see you there. They know I'm here. Player's turn.
Wonder if I can hit this guy.
Where is the challenge?
Oh, you bet I can hit him.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I can't jump up on that.
Let's do this. Nice and easy.
Yeah, those boxes are definitely not climbable.
The enemy is near.
Here, over here? Yes, yes it is. Okay.
Enemy's turn.
I think maybe Henry can push that box into the hole. If not, well, we have Lion.
Player's turn.
Oh, you jerk.
They're on to me.
Okay, well, we got Lion.
The enemy is near. Know I'm here, do you? I've been found out. Know I'm here, do you? Enemy's turn.
Gave that guy a little bit of curiosity. But he's not curious.
Player's turn. Let's do it.
Yeah. Henry can't even push the box. Okay. Great special ability, my dude.
The hunt is on.
Alright, Lion. Show them what true mobility is like.
Don't think I don't see you.
Enemy's turn.
Now that I finally have the, last gear, I can end the level.
Player's turn.
Hello, BS me. I think I'm just gonna ignore that guy.
I see one. Let's do it.
Where am I? Okay, this is by the entrance. The perfect cup before you're up. The automated steam kettle now available in finer emporiums.
Alien!
I don't think Lion can reach from this point.
They're on to me!
Yeah, he can't.
Enemy's turn.
Must have heard me clanking around.
Player's turn. On the prowl! I feel better.
Dang it. Alright, forget you guys.
That does it.
Gotta play Leapfrog.
Well done. Proceed to the next area.
Okay. Next up, I believe, is Tiger Lily. Okay. I've been stranded for 2 hours. I think I'll take a nice break after this map's done.
Who are you? Are you with S.T.E.A.M?
Tiger Lily, you're alive!
Team, let me introduce you. This is Tiger Lily, another S.T.E.A.M agent.
I was sent to observe the enemy. I didn't think they'd attack so soon.
You seem a tad young for an agent of a top-secret organization.
I'm older than I look, and we are done discussing my youth.
Nice to meet you. I'm John.
She is from Neverland, so she is actually quite old. We don't go to Neverland in this game. They might have gone in a sequel of some sort.
Player's turn.
Find the target as quickly as you can and destroy it. Good luck.
The Metamortar launches a unique shell filled with healing compounds that explodes to restore health to units in the burst area. Tiger Lily is the only character who can heal herself with her Metamortar. Like, because she can drop it on herself. Everyone else can't aim at themselves. So it's very good for compact healing. I believe this is a single shot version of the S.T.E.A.M rifle. Okay, I have no idea where the gears are in this level. Where are they? Not here.
There's one.
Right. There's a gear. That's important. I think I got Big Ug. Alright, thank you for joining, Keeters. I hope you enjoy work, and maybe you can watch the rest. Oh. Maybe you can watch the rest of the video on YouTube later.
The enemy is near. Time to show my steel. I never was any good at hiding.
I'm not gonna be able to hit this guy.
Leave it to me.
He's really annoying, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give him a taste of America.
Let freedom ring! Gotcha.
America. How do I hit the guy down there? Can't really get a good angle on him. Alright, we'll just move forward then.
There's one.
Alright, hopefully Tiger Lily doesn't explode, because she's right beside some explosive barrels.
I've been found out! Enemy's turn.
You are a poor fighter. You are so dead.
I see you there!
Ow!
Must have heard me clanking around.
I see one!
Man, coming up here was a bad idea. Or coming down here was a bad idea. I might just want to restart the map.
Player's turn.
Okay.
Where's my prey?
Aim, and...
A masterful shot!
nailed it.
They're on to me! I see one!
Alright, hopefully this explosion doesn't kill me. What'd you get for trying to sneak up on me, buddy?
I'm just getting warmed up.
Let's,
Press on now.
do a little self-heal. John needs to take care of that guy. Okay, he is laser focused on Tiger Lily.
You had that coming.
Hostile here!
There's the giant industrial fan for Lyra. One giant industrial fan.
Enemy's turn.
They are pretty. That hurt.
You're in trouble. Fall back.
Tiger Lily is one of those light characters, so she has a lot less health than Big Man Lion over here. This enemy turn song is like the weirdest one. Hold a little bit to the right. Get that gear. Thank you.
Look at that one.
Alright, there's another gear over there. We're gonna need Lion for that. Lion's gonna need to get up here. And where's the other one?
Let's do it.
There is actually a secret passage that Lion can take over there, which takes you behind the boss, and is really, really super cool, but we need Lion to be everywhere. And I don't know if Mr. Henry Fleming's jetpack is enough to get up there. We can try.
I've got eyes on one.
We gotta be careful when stepping out, though, because okay, that's where the last gear is, so it's by the boss. I think it might actually be behind the boss, so we will need... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get Henry up over there, except for Lion. We're gonna need to rain down some artillery. Where can I cut this? Can I shoot this? Not entirely sure if I can shoot that. Either way, we should probably get everyone up here.
There's so much for stealth.
You've reached it. Now destroy that obscenity before it destroys my ship.
Where to?
Get a little bit of healing going on.
Enemy's turn. Player's turn.
Let's do this. There's so much for stealth.
I wanted you off my platform, dude. Get off.
Target down.
This is mine.
Enemy sighted. They're onto me.
You gotta watch out. We do not want to be within a range of that guy. Nice shot.
The hunt is on.
My turn? Tracking one now.
And I think we're good over here. Okay, we definitely want Lion over there, but we gotta get that, gotta get that gear first from over there.
I've got eyes on one.
Enemy's turn.
Got an enemy here.
Now, where'd you come from, mister?
Player's turn.
My turn?
He went back into hiding.
Where's my prey?
Join the Anti-S.T.E.A.M League. Take the power from the idle nobility and put it in the hands of the mighty layman. I know that we were playing, I'm in love with the villainous right now. Yeah, see all this junk in the way? We can easily... Lion can just jump past it. Breaking news. One of the new private corporations may have acted in a manner most unbecoming. You don't say.
I see you there.
You don't say. Well, I, for one, am shocked. Shocked. How could anyone act so... How could anyone act so untoward?
Let's do it.
Crack him up, Henry.
Target down. Nice and easy. Don't think I don't see you.
Alright, game, you scared me a lot just now.
There's one.
Oh man, there are so many pit holes here.
Enemy's turn.
And this stage was definitely made for Lion.
I've been found out. Barely even a scratch.
I've got eyes on one. one. On the
Here. You saw that one, right?
Let's do this. A masterful shot.
What's this thing say? Even the Liberty can't take this kind of artillery fire very long. You'd better stay under cover. I guess that's to help with, I guess these giant hanging things are to prevent you from being shot.
Enemy's turn. Player's turn. Leave it to me. They're on to me. The hunt is on. I see the enemy.
Alright.
Oh, I'm here, do you?
Alright, one more turn and I can get over there.
Found myself a critter. Won't give us any more trouble.
Here.
Enemy's turn.
Almost there.
Player's turn.
Oh, you jerk. There's two of them.
There's so much for stealth.
Oh, hey, AD. Thanks for joining. How you doing? I am currently trying to finish up this map.
I see one. There's so much for stealth.
And,
I've been
We gotta get these gears. That's the long process of this level, is just getting the gears. Even if you're forced to run in circles to shoot it, shooting the enemy's weak point is usually worth the trouble.
You know I'm here, do you? Alien!
Am I not under rawr! Alright, this guy's gonna be stunned for his turn. Am I not under the building? It should be. You should be able to shoot me. Try me. Go on, try me. Gonna go ahead and,
There's so much for stealth. Let's do it. I've been spotted. They know I'm here.
So how's your weekend been going, ED? Been going good?
You saw that one, right?
Just gonna stay barely out of these guys' range. I don't want their attention.
Enemy's turn. Ha! Is that your best?
Okay, I guess stunning them only really does something if
They're onto me.
if you want to get away from them. My friend Lair is going to be playing Arceus later today as well. I've heard it's a good game. I'm not going to be picking it up or anything. I hope Lion doesn't die to explosions. It's gonna hurt. 58? What? You think I'm gonna die to a lousy 58? Please.
That's the end of you.
This is Lion we're talking about.
I'm good to go.
All right, let's do this. Tracking one now. Next.
Give me that. Give me that. And give me that. I forget how much health this thing has. And, Lion's kind of low, so we're just gonna... We're gonna stay over here and stockpile for a little bit.
Leave it to me. They're onto me.
I kind of know what you're talking about. Several of these stages have a really obnoxious level of reinforcements to them. I guess it's because they want you to feel overwhelmed and
They are pretty alert.
like have to keep going and trying to do things, but a lot of these reinforcements are just there's just so many of them, and you're trying to move forward, but you have to kill everything. And when you have to kill things, you can't move forward because you have no movement because you've been shooting things instead. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Player's turn.
You're like Mithra and Xenoblade 2. See if I can't hit it from here. Can. Very nice, very nice. Step back one. I think I'm in the threshold, but I'm just making sure.
Let's do this. Boom! Look at that one. Let's do it. Target down.
I don't know if attacking him is going to draw his attention to me. If it does, well... No, it doesn't. Okay.
You saw that one, right?
Why don't I just shoot you 4 times? Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. To take down one guy, I have to shoot 4 times because he's too far away.
Steam tank's dry.
And now I can't move.
Enemy's turn.
It's a little bit of a flaw in this game. Bro, Eyeball, what you think's gonna happen? Oh, apparently there's a hole in that roof. Oh. Oh, that's why the ice is there. That's the hole in the roof. I understand everything now.
Player's turn.
Alright, but we are done here.
A masterful shot.
You did it. On behalf of all of us aboard, thank you most sincerely. More aliens are closing in.
I don't know if that'd help DD with adding Corrin, considering nobody could get the amiibos to begin with. Yeah. Oh, I actually got the turns. That's good. Gun mortar. Not bad. And metapack. There's a super cool chapter that I love later in this game that you must have not seen. E.T. Go Home.
Not bad work.
You're no slouch yourself.
Yes, we did it.
Good work. Let's move out.
I think Big Ben got a boo-boo. If the next stage is what I think it is, then I will do that, and then I'll quit for...
Rough landing. Where are we?
St. Catherine Docks.
That puts us right near Steamgate Bridge. You think we got time to help out those survivors? I don't like leaving folks behind.
The ship is grounded until we can effect repairs. It will take several hours at least.
Sir, if we're stuck here anyway...
Agreed, Sergeant. Get to the bridge, all of you, and help anyone still alive.
Okay, never mind. It's not what I think.
But the Queen! You heard the man. We've got people to save. The old man took his sweet time. Something on your mind, John? Only that I'm glad I got in to see the light. We got a duty to save them folks. And I'm ready to blow off some steam.
Good luck, agents. Make me proud.
Steam related puns. Find and rescue any survivors you can find from the attack on Steamgate Bridge. Remember, each victim has a family waiting to hear that he or she made it out. Don't disappoint those families. Captain, can we talk about boilers? As you know, your steam is continually recharged by the boiler on your pack. You may have noticed that boilers have different steam capacity and recharge rates. I understand engineering is also working on boilers with various special features. You can help their efforts by collecting whatever this is. Bits of alien technology we can salvage. I wonder what the engineers will come up with when you find all of this scavenged stuff. You had me on tenterhooks. There was a point where I feared the worst. I should have realized that no mere living artillery piece is a match for such heroes. I too was embroiled in conflict against the forces of unalphabetized archives. I'm relieved that we were able to land near the bridge and will do some good there. The bridge was a symbol of hope and progress. I wonder if it will ever open again. But never mind that. It's in my ever curious nature to wonder about such things. But now is hardly time for idle speculation. Now is the time to give the people a new symbol of hope and progress. Steam. Oh, and Miss Tiger Lily, when might I ask you more about this land you hail from? These noisome vermin seem to be a remote sensing organ for the gunner, allowing it to see, and thus attack, enemies from great distances. It can appear from thin air, apparently immune to attack. Disturbing foe, to say the least. This apparently stationary creature nevertheless has a long reach, launching its icy artillery over long distances. Thankfully, it has a rather large weak spot on its back. Tiger Lily describes herself as a Native American, but her tribe and its homeland remained a mystery. She is stubborn and willful, but serves as an exceptionally capable healer and scout. Although she appears physically young, everything else about Tiger Lily suggests that she has been alive, at war, for a very long time indeed. I shudder to think of the enemy that inspires such wrath. Just as the enemy artillery falls silent, our precious ship is crippled by another terrible foe. Our troubles, it would seem, do not travel alone. Fortunately, we don't travel alone either. And our traveling companion is ready to greet our giant friend if it comes to find us. We're calling this species Devastators. Henry had to flee from one already. But we are done fleeing. We will show these aliens the price of grounding the flagship of the United States. Get the metapack. Steam crossbow is definitely my favorite sub-weapon. Extremely useful. And we are up to the stun mortar. Alright. I think I've been streaming for about 3 hours. I'd say it's pretty good because eventually I'm going to need to do book club with my friend Sano. So I wonder if there's anybody I can raid. Heckin' Sleepy is doing Monster Hunt. Oh no, yeah, Heckin' Sleepy's doing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, so let's send chat over to them. It says it's Monster Hunter 3, but I don't think it is, actually. Or that's a, or that's an ad. That might be an ad, actually. Heckin' Sleepy. Okie dokie. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. It was a fun stream, and I'm glad my friend stopped by to say hey. Be sure to do that again in the future. Or don't. It's okay if you don't. I understand.